All right, guys. So Andrew Yang is getting canceled, okay? And the reason why he's getting canceled is because he dared defend Joe Rogan. Yes, guys, I know another video about the Joe Rogan drama. Yeah, I know. But guys, I'm just telling you, like, this is basically 90% of the news, right? The news is singularly focused on Joe Rogan because they're trying to get rid of the guy, right? There is a targeted, institutionalized effort to get rid of Joe Rogan. I mean, this really is the free speech fight of our lifetime, guys. Okay? It really is. So that's why I'm covering it. And as, you know, a black person, I think it's even more important that I talk about this and I speak out about this because Joe Rogan is being canceled because people are accusing him of being a racist, okay? And I do not think that Joe Rogan is a racist, okay? So with that being said, again, I apologize about all these Joe Rogan videos, but that's just dominating the news cycle right now, okay? And like The Rock, Andrew Yang, who I believe has been on Joe Rogan's podcast, came out and defended Joe Rogan, right? And just like what happened to The Rock, the woke mob got pissed, right? They got pissed at Andrew Yang for defending Joe Rogan, and now they're trying to cancel him, okay? But before we get in that, I just want to remind you guys, if you like what I do, if you support what I do, if you want to support my channel, the way to do so is with the links in the description below. You can support the Patreon, you can support the merch, you can support the PayPal. I'll actually be like, you know, adding more merch and focusing more on that, you know, in the future to give you guys more options. But I'm just letting you guys know if you want to support, you can support. And I truly do appreciate each and every last one of you who have supported me during this time in which, you know, I believe that I'm facing, you know, the YouTube censorship. Okay. So with that being said, again, thank you guys for those who have supported thus far. So let's get into this. Andrew Yang put out this tweet that he later deleted because he's weak, right? But he says, quote, "I don't think Joe Rogan is a racist. The man interacts with and works with black people literally all the time. Do I know black friends of Joe's who would swear by him? Yes, I do." That's what Andrew Yang said. Now, that pissed off a whole lot of people, okay? Which has led to the mob coming after him, okay? Basically saying that Andrew Yang is a racist, right? They've called him a white supremacist before in the past as well, too. This person says Andrew Yang doesn't represent the Asian community and all this other stuff. Okay. This person says they hate Andrew Yang. Okay. Just because, you know, of his opinion, right? Now, again, Andrew Yang, deleted his tweet, his opinion, because he's weak, right? Which shows you that Andrew Yang does not really belong in politics. Okay. If you're going to fold to the woke mob, just like The Rock did, then you deserve everything that you get, right? In terms of the backlash. Okay, because if you believe that Joe Rogan is not a racist, if you truly believe that, then you should stand up for him, right? You should stand by him. You went on his podcast. Matter of fact, Joe Rogan's podcast is the reason why Andrew Yang is even a thing. Nobody knew who Andrew Yang was until Joe Rogan, right? So in my opinion, you're obligated to stand by the man, especially if you're going to put out that tweet. You deleting the tweet is giving the woke mob all the gasoline that they need to keep the fire going. Okay, it's almost like playing whack-a-mole. Okay, one of these celebrities or politicians that are rational and not woke, they pop up right out of the hole and say, "Hey, Joe Rogan's not racist," and then the woke mob comes and says, "Boop, get back down," right? Get back down. And every single last one of these people, they are capitulating, including Joe Rogan himself, right? Including Joe Rogan. Okay, but again, what happens, right? Regardless of whether or not you delete the tweet, whether or not you apologize. The woke mob is still going to come after you, which in my opinion makes it so silly when people do this. When they say something, when they stand up for their beliefs and then they back down, it doesn't matter if you apologize. It doesn't matter if you back down. It doesn't matter if you retract your statement. They still are going to hate you, right? And this is evidenced by this little rant right here that, I don't know her name. I guess her name is Reese Colbert from Black Woman Views, right? That's all I know about her. And she says crazy stuff. She went on this rant against Andrew Yang that I'm going to play in a little bit, in which she says, "Andrew Yang, here's a Black History Month lesson. Number one, the black co-workers y'all use to show how you can't be racist think you're racist. Number two, I dare Joe Rogan's black friends to vouch for him by standing beside him at a black event as they hear him call black people apes and in words. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and play this clip of this woman going off on Andrew Yang for simply defending Joe Rogan. Take a look.
So Andrew Yang decided to defend Joe Rogan's punk racist ass by tweeting that he doesn't believe that Joe Rogan is a racist because he works with black people all of the time. Motherfucker, are you dumb? Do you actually know black people? Because if you knew black people, and I'm going to put you up on game if you don't. The black people that y'all like to invoke as a shield for why you can't be racist. I can't be racist. I get along with my black coworkers. They don't like your motherfucking asses. They think you're racist too, It's called wanting to keep a job. I'm not going to die on the hill of telling you about how much of a racist sack of shit you are and lose my motherfucking job, lose my pension, health care, putting a roof on my motherfucking head, putting food on my kids' table just because you racist. I don't think so. So quit invoking black people because they don't like your ass either. And the fact that you're invoking them is proof enough that you're racist. You already lost the argument as soon as you say, I have black friends, I have black coworkers. No, you don't. And then number two, he sat up there and said that, he knows black people that would vouch for Joe Rogan. Well, let me tell you something. Any black person that will vouch for a motherfucker who sat up there and said the N-word over 70 times on 70 episodes, who sat up there and compared black people to the planet of the motherfucking apes, ain't nothing but the kind of motherfucking Harriet Tubman would have left behind a shot. Okay? So that motherfucking pants don't count. Can't nobody vouch for a motherfucker like Joe Rogan. Period. And I would like to see them try. I would like to see them bring somebody like Joe Rogan and say, hey, Joe, stand up in our black ass family reunion and call these motherfuckers bunch of N-words and see if both of y'all don't get your ass beat on the way out the motherfucker.
Yeah, so she's a classy lady, right? Very, very classy. God bless her husband. I meant wife. I meant simp, right? God bless whoever the hell that is, okay? God bless him, okay? If she actually does have a husband, okay? And if she does, then he's simping hard, okay? Nobody could pay me enough to go to bed next to her every single night with that mouth, okay? Nobody can pay me enough to that. But yeah, she basically makes the argument that people like me, right, who defend Joe Rogan and say, hey, I don't think Joe Rogan's racist because the dude is a comedian and he makes jokes and he says things that a lot of people say and jokes that people make, white and black people make all the time. Okay. Apparently people like me, my opinions don't count. Okay. I'm not a real black person. I'm a C word and Harriet Tubman would have left me behind, right? Harriet Tubman would have left me behind, but that's okay because I wouldn't depend on a woman to free me from slavery in the first place, right? I would just help myself. Okay. That's what I would do. Right? Contrary to popular belief, I don't think I would stay on the plantation, right? I think I would try to free myself. Okay? Wouldn't depend on a woman to do it. So, yeah. And she also argues that, if somebody like me was to bring Joe Rogan to a cookout, right, featuring, black people who she called MFers, by the way, in her rant. I'm not sure if she realized that she called black people MFers while ranting about Joe Rogan allegedly calling black people N-words, which he didn't do, right? He was just quoting what other people said. But he says that if Joe Rogan was to stand up and say the N-word, that, black people would beat us up on the way out. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Joe Rogan can fight, right? Joe Rogan got hands. Do you understand that Joe Rogan is trained in MMA? Okay, I'm not necessarily sure if it's easy to just beat up Joe Rogan, okay? I'm not necessarily sure. But, here's the thing, man. Let's talk about the actual substance of what she's saying, okay? The substance of what she's saying is essentially that, you can't say that you're not racist by invoking your black friends or say that you have black coworkers that like you, okay? That you can't use that as proof that you're not racist. And I feel like I've said before on this channel that, if you're white and you have black friends, in my opinion, generally, I do actually think that is proof that, hey, you're not racist, okay? Or put it this way, you're not KKK racist, okay? The same type of racist that these people swear up and down that white people are, okay? Because if you were truly a racist, Okay, if you truly believed in racial superiority, okay, you were a KKK Confederate flag type of person, you wouldn't want to be around black people, right? You wouldn't have any black friends, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have some prejudices or some biases, okay, which we all do. We all have some prejudices and biases, right? But I don't think that makes you an overt racist, okay? So if you are white and you have black friends, in my opinion, okay, I do think that signals that, you probably do like black people and that you're probably not racist, right? In my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion, right? And again, I know a lot of black people have issues with that because they can't argue with that, right? When somebody says I have black friends, it's them saying, hey, I like black people. I like hanging around black people. I like being around black people. See, when a race crusader hears that, they don't have a counter argument for it. So they get pissed off, right? They just get pissed off, say, well, that's not proof, right? Those black people don't actually really like you, right? That's what she's saying. She said, no, your black friends don't actually really like you, as if it is impossible for black people and white people to be friends, to legitimately like each other, okay? Again, these are the same people that claim to be fighting against racism, right? They seem to be the biggest racists on the planet. You don't believe that black people and white people can genuinely come together and just hang out and be friends. Right? You believe that, oh, no, you only have black friends because the black person doesn't want to call you a racist. They know internally that you're racist. They just don't want to say it. Okay? Again, she's trying to speak for all black people and say that black people feel this way, and it's just not true. Right? Every, white person I consider myself to be friends with, hey, I consider myself to be legitimate friends with that person. I legitimately like that person. And I don't feel that they are racist. Okay? I don't feel that way. Because if I did feel that way, then I probably wouldn't hang around with that person unless, there was some incentive to. But other than that, no, I wouldn't hang around with that person. Okay? So in a situation like this, she's going after Andrew Yang, who's Asian, right? And basically, calling him racist as well, too, for simply expressing his opinion. And here's the thing. She has the right to, give her opinion in response to Andrew Yang's opinion. But what is happening here, right, is that you have a concentrated effort to literally silence a man, okay? And my biggest problem with Andrew Yang is that he is capitulating to that censorship by deleting his tweet, right? By coming out in support and then deleting his tweet. He is supporting it. He's saying, okay, no, you're right, right? The mob is right. The mob is correct, okay? By deleting the tweet. And the problem is that regardless of whether or not you delete the tweet, no matter what you do, they're still going to come after you. They're still going to hate you. Okay? Because Andrew Yang is not woke, and he had people that supported Trump, that supported him during his presidential campaign. People automatically associate him with white supremacy, right? Andrew Yang has been called a white supremacist so many times, right? Called a man a white supremacist so many times, even though he is Asian, right? And I think what Yang needs to understand is that, listen, we're too politically divided at this point, right? We're too politically divided. You're either with the woke mob or you're not, right? That's just kind of what it is. And if you're not with the woke mob, then you got to stand by your beliefs. And if you're not standing by your beliefs, then you're just like them, right? You're just like them, okay? And if you're that weak to where you're just going to capitulate and delete a tweet simply because people criticize what you had to say, then you don't deserve to be president. You didn't deserve to be mayor of New York City, right? The people made the right decision by not electing you because you are weak, okay? And I hate saying this from Andrew Yang because I like Andrew Yang. I think Andrew Yang is one of the smartest people in politics. I think he has a clear grasp on the problems in this country, right? I don't necessarily agree with all his solutions, but I think he understands the problems in this country more than anybody in politics, bar none. It's not even close. Extremely intelligent guy. But all that stuff goes out the window when your character comes to light when stuff like this happens, when you are folding to censorship, okay? Again, this is a platform that made Andrew Yang who he was. Joe Rogan made Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang owes his political career to Joe Rogan. And for you not to be able to stand by the man, okay, to me, again, it shows me a lot about who he is as a person, right? You're not a real one. You're not a ride die. Because in this situation, Joe Rogan is not the one that's in the wrong. The woke mob, the people that are trying to cancel speech, that are trying to burn books, because that's literally what this is. This is like burning digital books. That's what it is, okay? The people that are doing that, they're the ones that are in the wrong. They're the ones on the wrong side of history, okay? And if you're going to be on the wrong side of history because you're afraid of the mob, then again, you deserve all the criticism that you get, right? You deserve to be canceled. I'm so serious about that. Again, I like Andrew Yang, but this right here, I'm extremely disappointed in this guy, right? I really am. Okay, I'm not sure if he has the cojones to truly be the political leader that he's trying to be, especially if he's trying to break the two-party system, right? That requires a whole lot of cojones, right? And you're showing that you simply don't have it. Okay, you don't have it. Okay, if you're gonna be this weak, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.